Hey, it's Frank Torelli. I got something I've been anxiously waiting for. In these two boxes is the arrival of my latest Winchester 1906. So I ordered these, they arrived, and now I want to unpack them and show you guys what I have. The real question is, was it a barn find or did I buy somebody else's junk? We shall soon see. So for me, this started as a quest to find some parts for this first Winchester I was putting together. And I came across a listing of, what I was looking for was a buttstock. And I came across a listing of this right here. And the description said, antique Winchester model 1906 stock butt plate trigger assembly. So it caught my eye because I was looking for the stock, the buttstock. And then I saw this picture, and upon closer examination, I realized it's the trigger assembly, it's the carrier, it's the hammer, it's basically the entire lower receiver. So I said, shoot, I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but I went ahead and bought it, and that's what's in this box, and that's what I bought, and I don't really know, other than the picture, what sort of condition it's in. So we're going to open this box, and then the next one, of course, is going to be the barrel assembly. So in addition to the buttstock, there were still a few other parts I needed to complete this one. And one of the items was a forearm or a pump. And while I was looking for those parts, I came across a listing from the same seller that I ordered the lower receiver from, which was, of course, the buttstock. And the listing for that said 1906 Winchester barrel stock pump shifter mechanism. And, of course, that was the picture included on the listing. And when I looked at that a little closer, yeah, it did have the four-on that I was looking for, but also a receiver and a barrel. And the only thing that seemed to be missing was the magazine tube. So since it was from the same seller, I'm assuming that the barrel assembly and the buttstock that I bought might be the exact same rifle, and that's what I'm hoping for, right? So when I open these up, what I'm hoping to find is that they have matching serial numbers. Also, I'm hoping the condition is pretty good. The pictures really don't do it very much justice. It looks a little bit rusty, which is to be expected. It looks a little bit old and dirty, which is to be expected. But hopefully the serial numbers are the same, and it's from this, and it's the same unit. And then again, did I buy somebody else's junk, or is it a online barn find? So in a minute, I'm going to open these. I'll get a pair of scissors, and we'll see what's inside them. So one thing a little disheartening is the piss poor packaging. Really, really done poorly. As a matter of fact, it looks like we got a few tears from shipping, and same with this package. Wouldn't it be a shame if I found a good rifle that's basically 100 and some odd years old, and it got damaged during shipping, of all things? Let's just hope that that really didn't happen. I'm going to start by opening the buttstock receiver, and let's see what kind of condition this is in, because I've really been waiting to do this. This is kind of exciting for me, because I don't know if I spent my money on something good or something crappy. But there it is. First time setting eyes on it. It certainly is worn. It certainly is old. But it's complete. We got a trigger. We got a hammer. We got a carrier. Looks like, I don't know, based on the length of this slot in the carrier, I would say that's probably 22 short, but I don't know just by looking at it offhand. Maybe it's a 22 long. The slot itself is actually in real nice condition. You know, it just looks dirty. And wow, this is an early model, I think. Wow, this is real early. The serial number is 19,731. So that right there, if I'm not mistaken, is a first year model of the 1906. So this might have actually been produced in 1906. I have no idea what this buttstock here is. That there looks like somebody put on an end plate, a butt plate, different than what I would say came from the factory. So I don't know, but let's open up the barrel. It does just say Winchester trademark, just what you would expect to see on the trigger guard. Let's see what's in the next package. All right. Now for the barrel assembly. Boy, this really feels like digging in somebody's barn and finding something that's been laying in the corner for a lot of years. Oh gosh, what did they do to this? Just thrown in here. Holy moly. What have we got here? Well, definitely a smashed, cracked, nasty forearm. It was missing the magazine tube, but that was shown in the picture. Now, just quick observation, the dovetails for the magazine tube rings look clean. They don't look like they've been burgered up. So when this magazine tube came out, they didn't mess up the dovetail. The sight, well, I'm missing the little adjustment screw on the sight. Sight's there, rear sight, front sight. Of course, the forearm looks like crap, but I don't know. I mean, it feels a little rough and pitted, but what did you expect? Wow. Gosh, what do you call this piece? The bolt is there. It's the kind that has the clamps on the outside, or at least visible from the outside. The screws holding the firing pin stop don't look like they're too bad. The firing pin itself, the spring is there. Wow. That is complete. Now, where's the serial number on this? I'm going to have to get a pair of magnifiers so I can read that serial number. Let's take a closer look. All right. So there is a serial number here, but it looks like it begins with a 2, 6, maybe 26. I really can't read it. There is a letter B stamped there, and like I said, it looks like it says 26,000 something, which is different than this. So my hopes of finding matching serial numbers did not transpire, because this one is 19,731. This says, I believe, 26,000 something. I'm noticing here some nice gouges in the barrel. Some scrapes, nicks, gouges, but, and also I think it's supposed to say what it's rifled for. I cannot read if it says 22 short. I just cannot make it out. I'm going to have to take some cleaner on here and see if I could expose some of the lettering. does say model 1906 on the side. I just can't see if it says. Well, it does. It says, I believe it says 22 long rifle right there on the side. So it's not a 22 short. It's a 22 long rifle. Anyway, there's a broken screw that holds this little side plate on. Turns out that the rear screw in this bolt does look a little boogered up. So what do you think? Is it a barn find? Is it junk? Did I do okay? I'll probably get it to work. But it was an accident. Wow, that went together nice. It was an accidental purchase. I was looking out just for the wood to finish my other gun. Anyway, there it is. What do you think? Junk? Should I throw it out? I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to get this thing to shoot. That's my goal. Let's get it to be a shooter. So what started out to be a quest to find some missing pieces for this first one I was doing, which, by the way, turned out really nice as far as being functional. I know I need some cosmetic work on it, but it's really a good shooter, and functionally it works well. So I started out looking for some wood for this, and I ended up with whatever you want to call this thing. Good, bad, ugly, all three. And I've been trying to see if I could see anything in that bore, but there's so much dirt, it's probably a wasp nest in there. There's nothing I can see right now until I run a bore scope in there or a brush to see if there's any rifling left in there. So that would be cool if I found some rifling. And I think I said earlier it was a 22 long rifle, and really 22 long is the appropriate terminology of it. So I'll know better when I clean it up and can actually read the letters. So for now, it's just this, which, I don't know, nothing else would be a nice wall hanger. Pretty cool. I'm happy. Not as happy as I wanted to be. I was really hoping they were going to be matching serial numbers. But let me know if you like it or not, and what your opinion is, and if you have any comments about the things I found and the questions I actually have, because I'm no expert and I'm only just now learning about these rifles. And every day it's like uncovering a piece of history, and it's like a lesson. And you also, when you work on this stuff, you kind of feel like an archaeologist. You knock some of this dirt down, you knock some of this grease off, and then you start thinking, wow, you know, your hands might have been the first person to touch this thing in 50 years, 60 years, 100 years, who knows? Pretty cool. Anyway, see you later.